Hello, hello. This is DZ Maven. We're gonna play some more Star Trek Online. Boy, that sounded awkward, didn't it? So tonight, we get the game up here. Tab, please work. There we go. Tonight, I looked ahead on Delta Quadrant stuff. Is mostly going to be patrols that we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to have one story episode, and that'll be it. But, oof. I'm gonna get my chair adjusted here. I do want to make some progress here. The continuing adventures of Admiral Maven and his adventures in the Delta Quadrant. Actually, first, before we do patrols, I do need to take care of these things over here. More disreputation, story, pseudo-story content. Take care of that. Also, I know in the Beta Quadrant, there's a little side mission to go to Nukara. That's what this incoming hail is. I can take care of this here. Otherwise, it's going to pop up every time I come into the Beta Quadrant. It appears the Tholians have taken up residence on a class-wide planet in the Nukara system. Very uncharacteristic for such an isolationist species. We need to figure out what has brought them so far out of their home space, before we are confronted with a large war fleet at our doorstep. We have a small scouting party already on the planet. Grab an environment suit and report to the base camp commander there. The Nukara system is located in the Beta Quadrant. We'll go ahead and go there. Set Nukara right here. Nukara is one of several PvE battle zones that become unlocked when you hit level, I want to say 52, when you become Admiral. When the reputation system gets unlocked, then all these battle zones open up, because the battle zones are where you get the reputation marks. You get Nukara marks from the Nukara battle zone system. Let's just speed it up. Let's get there.
The Klingons are willing to use any weapon available to destroy the Federation, even time itself. It falls to a small group of brave Starfleet officers to restore the timeline and rescue one of their own. Who controls this sector may determine who controls the war.
Thank you for that, Mr. Bach. I don't know exactly what he was referring to. I think that was old content from the Klingon War he was referring to, because there was some time travel stuff in the original version of the Klingon War story arc. All that stuff's been cut out of the game. Or maybe he was referring to that, because none of that happened on my playthrough.
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Rurapenthe, the Klingons have built an empire that values strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories of the great Klingon heroes.
Thank you again, Mr. Spock, for that information. Nukara Prime is a demon world. Surface temperatures can exceed 500K. The atmosphere, if you can call it that, is saturated with sulfur and thermionic radiation. Any interspatial rifts will affect humanoid physiology in quite negative ways. You'll melt without an environmental suit. In fact, if you don't choke on the sulfur fumes or die of radiation exposure first. Wear your environmental suit. If you don't, you'll have to send someone to pick up your corpse. And frankly, I don't need the extra work. So yes, you need an EV suit for this. I'm glad to see you. We could use all the help we can get. These Folians are up to something big. Not really that big here. So, you get Nukara marks here. Usually when I come here, I can probably do this one real quick here because there are like 3 zones you can come. Actually, technically there's 4 zones. There's 3 zones out here in the open. There's 1 zone in the underground facility. The underground facility one's kind of annoying to do, so I don't really go in there often, but you come out here, you do this bottom one, scientific sabotage. The Folians are using scanners to survey interstellar rifts and learn how to control them. If we destroy the equipment, we'll slow down their progress. That'll give us time to determine whether these rifts are simply too dangerous for anyone to use. So this one's real easy to do. You'll get a package of Nukara marks. What I'm gonna do is just go to these things, click them, blow them up. You have to do like 10 of these. This is real easy. And if Folians spot you, just shoot them. They're not that hard to deal with. In fact, anytime you get like an endeavor to use a specific ground energy weapon, the easiest thing to do is just come into Nukara, use that weapon type, and just shoot the Folians. That's the most straightforward way of completing that endeavor. Because there are Folians all over the place, plus they don't have shields. So you'll get the damage credit like right away on them. Sometimes Nukara does get a little overcrowded with players, and it can be a little hard to get to do the objectives sometimes because they kill all the Folians too quickly. But there's always more Folians. If you can't find enough up here, you can always go down to the area. A level down, you'll find more of them. There's always Folians around. The only thing that always kind of bugs me about this is this up here, the transdimensional tactics. That's a TFO. I don't know why the objective for the TFO was always on the main map. It covers up the mission thing, and that just bugs me. It's like, I'm not doing transdimensional tactics, I don't know why it has to be up on my mission tab. It's like, I wish I could just hide it. Just hide that, because I'm not doing that. It's just a little thing. It's a little thing. And those little things that just kind of annoys me. And we're done. Beam out. Let's move on. I can go that fast. All you gotta do. All you gotta do to get your Nukara marks. Alright, let's go to Deep Space 9. Take care of this other stuff here. Now there are, let's see, besides the Dyson Sphere, which I've already showed you on stream, we've got the Terran Battlezone, we've got the Defari Battlezone, the Zinkefi Battlezone, and there's the Kobali Adventure Zone. Those are all kind of battle zone areas. I don't think there's anything else besides those. But I just showed you Nukara. I've already shown the Dyson Sphere battle zone area. So I might do a quick jaunt and just show you the Terran and the other battle zones that are in the Alpha Quadrant. There's the Terran, Defari, and Zinkefi ones are in the Alpha Quadrant here. Probably won't do anything on them. I'll probably just show you what they are real quick. Just kind of get it out of the way. Nope, we're still not going to Ryza yet. I will do Ryza when I'm done with the Delta Quadrant. Alright, so we need to do log 3 here.
Captain's log, 4th reckoning, Chronicle 77. The Rescava has arrived in the Jodhcore system a few hours ahead of schedule. While we wait for the rest of the Alliance research team, we shall begin preliminary scans and studies of the moon we're here to restore. Our data suggests that the moon was the same class as Cufano. The planet it orbits, Class M. While it's not unheard of, it certainly is rare in our experience. We shall endeavor to restore the moon to its former state, and make it a place worth discovering when the people of Cufano take their first steps towards the stars. When they do, I hope the Lucari and the Alliance are waiting to greet them warmly.
Okay. Temporal, number 3.
After action report, stardate 55781.09. Commander Narrator reporting. If I never see Polaris 3 again, I shall die a happy woman. Judy took me to that miserable sandpit today. Nakul, posing as Remans, had come to recover the buried pieces of a Zoom-type android, designation B4.
Ah, interesting.
We intercepted the Nakul and secured all of the android's components. They planned on programming B4 to cause a warp core breach on the Enterprise while it orbited Romulus. Thankfully, we stopped them. Unfortunately, we didn't stop them before they dug up the android components. As a result, my team and I had to bury them again so Picard and his people could find them. I may never get all the sand out of my combat armor.
So that's how B4 ended up in the sand. Just filling on those little gaps in the Star Trek canon. Alright, what does Lita have to say?
Personal log, Admiral Lita. The
Admiral
infighting
Lita.
in the fleet has been fierce. Many captains are rushing to declare their allegiance to me, and just as many are standing firm in their professions of loyalty to the Emperor. Of course, the fools who fight against me don't have access to my futuristic weapons. It will only be a short time now before my command is cemented. After that, I will take this war to the Iconians and eliminate them. Once the Iconians are destroyed, I can turn my attention to other matters. After all, Empress Hoshi gained her station with technology from the future. Or perhaps I can carve out a new empire of my own.
By the way, she is referring to Hoshi, the Hoshi from Star Trek Enterprise. Or at least the Mirror Universe version of her, who managed to get a hold of the Defiant from the TOS era, and used the technology from that to secure her power. From probably one of the best Mirror Universe episodes Star Trek has produced. It's from Star Trek Enterprise. I think it's a 2-parter episode. What was the name of it? It's in the mirror darkly, I think is what it is. It's such a cool couple episodes. They actually changed up the title sequence for that episode to be like a Mirror Universe version of the Enterprise title sequence. So if you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it. It's one of the best best things that come out of Star Trek Enterprise. Anyway, I think. Yeah, okay, we're done here. Let's get out of here. I was doing DS9. It kind of reminds me, there's something else too we got. You will get an encoded data receiver. I think it's the Iconian reputation. We need to look at that also. Let's get out of here. We can look at that on the way to the Badlands. Badlands are where the Terran Battlezone is. Inventory. Encoded receiver. Okay. This gives you some more stuff here.
I apologize for leaving you without a farewell, but meaningless imprisonment and a show trial for the Republic is not on my agenda. The Iconians must be stopped, and despite what you believe about me, I intend to help you defeat them. I owe the Iconians for the months I spent locked in their prison. I owe them for the unspeakable things they did to my loyal subjects. And most of all, I owe them for what they did to my world. We Romulans were strong once, united, feared. The loss of the homeworld took all of that away, and while Taurus and Hakiv might have been the ones to light the fuse, the Iconians gave them the flame. Now, we squabble amongst ourselves, and the Republic begs for scraps from the tables of the Federation and the Klingons. Romulans are refugees now. We are farmers. We are meaningless, seen as little more than the alien trash of the Quadrant. No more! Everything I have ever done has been for my people. I am Romulan. And I will be avenged.
Okay, so that pretty much confirms that Sela escaped captivity after she was captured. At the... Wait, when was that? You know, when did we last see Sela? Oh, okay, wait, okay. Alright. Yeah, we last saw her at the end of the, Yeah, okay, yeah, we haven't seen her since the end of, New Romulus. She does show up again, where she does get captured. I guess this is supposed to be after that. So again, we're kind of out of sync here with this stuff here. But yeah, that's what Sela is going to be up to. Let me look in the Battlezone here real quick.
Welcome to the Badlands. Terran forces are invading our universe through weak points in space. Shut down the Terran devices to drive back their forces. Send the Terrans back to their mirror universe.
And their Deep Space Nine system. Alright, so this is a Terran battle zone. It's a space battle zone. You go around, do things, you fight Terran ships, and you get Terran marks here, but you also get temporal marks here as well. So you can get both of those here. So if you need Terran and temporal marks, this is the place to be. So what's happening here?
The Mirror Universe is staging their latest invasion through the Badlands. This area of space is turbulent and distorted, which makes it easier to open portals between dimensions. Mirror Universe forces are sending special bases and groups of ships here to establish a beachhead. Our forces need to shut down the Mirror Universe bases and repel the invasion.
How do I defeat a power station?
The Terran forces have brought in special power stations to siphon useful resources from the gas clouds of the Badlands. If you bring a ship in close, you may be able to shut down the power stations and force them back to the Mirror Universe. While you're doing so, though, Terran ships will try to stop you. You'll have to neutralize them so you can finish the shutdown process.
And how do I defeat a portal generator?
The Terran forces are using special portal generators to move fleets of ships through to our universe. Those generators have components that you can shut down. Fly close to each generator and shut down each component. Once you've shut down all of the generators, drive back any remaining Terran forces. The portal should collapse at that point.
Okay, and how do I defeat a plasma controller?
Terran plasma control stations use advanced technology to try to harness the plasma weather of the Badlands. Each station has a metaphasic shield. Disrupt the shield in order to attack the station. While you are fighting, the Terrans will use backup satellites to re-engage the shields. Look for the backup satellites in nearby plasma cyclones, which the satellites use for power. Shut down the satellites to drop the shields. Then, finish off the station.
Okay. And, yeah, that's everything. For Battlezone rewards, you can get, I mentioned Terran marks. If you do everything and then stick around to destroy the space stations that show up, you can get the premium marks from that. It's best to get all 3 of them, so you get 3 of the premium marks. It really does require a bit of a team effort to take all 3 of them down, because there is a time limit. You gotta do all 3 of them. But yeah, anyway, that is the Terran Battlezone. It's just about maxed out here. So, I'm not gonna do anything here. Oh, you've got the officer assignments here too. If you want to do any duty officer stuff, you can do that here too. This gets a pretty decent chunk of trade here. You want to do that? Alright, let's get out of here. Look at the furry Battlezone next. The furry one is the one I'm kind of the least familiar with. It's supposed to be the Borg Battlezone. I mean, it is, but not many people use it. Probably for good reason, because it's really old. I think it's one of the oldest Battlezones. It might be the oldest one. And it's just, it really hasn't aged well at all. So, you can beam down to the Fur, which is basically the furry city, which we'll see later. We're not going to go there. But the invasion zone is basically the battle zone. You can beam down to the furry invasion zone. Yeah, we'll go take a look at it. It's a ground battle zone, so you have to fight Borg. You're just in time. The Borg are overrunning the planet, and the furry need our assistance. There are command centers in the base camp to organize our offensive in each area currently being targeted by the Borg. We'll also need to deal with the probe they managed to drop right into the middle of this mess. Talk to the personnel here. They will have assignments for you that will assist you in our defense. But the furry are depending on us, Admiral. We must do what we can to save them. So, kind of like with Nukar, there are kind of some zones. Need to bring this fight to the Borg. How do I get to the probe? Take the path from base camp, lead to the probe. Okay. And tell me about you. I'm interested in you. I don't care about the battle zone. I am Captain Lena Kuzmina, leader of the Starfleet Task Force on the Fur. My last assignment was as first officer of the U.S.S. Thunder Child. We were one of the first ships sent into the hot zone after the Borg returned. As you can expect, it wasn't easy. We took casualties, one of whom was our captain. He was captured and assimilated. Oh, what happened? Did you manage to rescue him like Captain Taggart? We don't know what became of Captain Taggart. We got Varney back, but the price was high. The ship is out of commission. My captain has left Starfleet, and most of the rest of the senior staff was reassigned. The collective has taken a great deal from me. They took my friends, my ship, and my captain. Now it's my turn to take something back. I have a vengeance, and my vengeance desires Borg blood. Join attacking the temple. Small camp volcano ruins of a temple. We can get there using a transporter. Okay. Aloha. Tell me about you. My name is Jula, and I am an acolyte. The main religion of my people is not exactly like what you may have on your homeworld. They're the furry revere of the universal balance, not to any particular god or goddess. Therefore, while we do have priests, they are more like the Vulcan monks who devote their lives to the study of logic. I hope to become one of them and spend my life in peaceful contemplation of balance. But my people have suffered so much. First the Breen, and now the Borg too? I know that death is as much part of the balance as life, but these days I find myself questioning how much hardship we should have to endure. Borg drones are attacking the power plant. You ready to assist in their defense? How do I get to the power plant? There's a small camp outside the camp entrance to the power plant. You can get there by using the transport located next to me. Once you reach the camp, use the ramp, and then enter the power plant through the door. That should take you to your sub-levels. Okay, tell me about yourself. My name is Ryluk, and I am no woman's slave. Don't know how much you know about my culture, Admiral, but I will tell you this. The old traditions still have power. Especially for a woman like Malani Dion. And it make it very difficult for a man to advance in the Syndicate. I have spent my life as a bodyguard or servant. I want more. Power and skill are what matters in the Klingon Defense Force. I'll fight well and work hard. I will be promoted. It is a dangerous life, but it is one with many opportunities. Cool. Alright. So this zone kind of looks like this. There's kind of a big city area over here. I think the temple is this way. There's a bunch of ground Battlezone stuff in this center area. There's Borg all over the place. Probably snipe them with the, probably a good place to use the sniper rifle. I switched weapons by accident. But yeah, if you have the TR-116 or the different shotgun, or if you happen to be really lucky and have the Tommy gun, this is the place to use them and just rack up Borg kills. So, like I said, this adventure zone is really not very busy. It's old. It kind of really desperately needs a refresh. Like I said before, I really haven't explored it all too much because just there are easier ways to get Omega marks, usually by running infected space. TFOs is usually faster to get Omega marks that way rather than trying to fumble around in this place. So anyway, that's it for this. Let's get out of here. Move on. Every time we warp right through the rock right there. Somehow we can warp right through the rock. Alright. Alright. The Zenkepi Battlezone is like way over here in Gonkra. And auto-navigate is not working. Sometimes that happens when I come out of the furry system. The auto-navigate will not work. It's really kind of annoying. There we go. Alright. Anyway, let's finish listening to what Sela has to say here. Or on the way there. Transmission 2.
Did you think I'd forgotten you? Never! We are allies now, joined against a common foe. It surprises me too. You've done well enough building your forces so far. I hear you've even had a few small victories against the Iconians. It must be so because the galaxy isn't burning yet. It won't be enough. Not even bringing in the fleets of the Delta Quadrant will be enough to stop the Heralds and their Iconian masters. That's where I come in. There are people who won't talk to you. Some of them are old enemies, and some of them simply have differing viewpoints on the state of things. But they'll listen to me. It's an interesting position. I am everyone's enemy, but I am also a weapon that everyone wants to wield. I've always been an outsider caught between worlds. Sometimes it takes stepping outside of the boundaries to see how irrelevant those lines really are.
Thiela's trying to
Our
cozy
first
up to
contact
me.
with another species came not from the Federation, but from this sector. Ferenginar, to be precise. While the Ferengi have not always been the best of neighbors, they have provided us with valuable data on this sector. For a price, of course.
That was Kumarki introducing us to this region of space. Again, we're not going to officially meet her for a while. Anyway. Apparently Thiela's trying to cozy up to the Admiral, so...
I am, once again, an exile. When I was forced to leave Romulus...
Very little on this sector is known to us or our allies.
Kumarki.
We've recently established contact with the sector's most prominent inhabitants, the First Federation. They are somewhat enigmatic, but encouraging, especially where Tranya is concerned.
Thank you for that, Kumarki. Again, talking about the First Federation, who... They exist in this game, but they serve no role in anything yet.
I am, once again, an exile. When I was forced to leave Romulus more than 2 decades ago, I went deep into the Beta Quadrant, far beyond where your ships have ever gone. There, I found the tools I needed to rebuild my life and create an empire. Now I have passed through the Prophet's Gate in my quest to defeat the Iconians, and I am in a place where no one considers me a half-breed or a traitor. I am one alien among many. For most of my life, the greatest insult you could make would be to call me human. Now, in a place where no human has ever been, I often find myself wondering what she would think of this place, what she would think of me. But I don't have time for self-pity or regret. I seek those who could help us end this war. When I find them, I will tell them everything they need to know, if they will listen.
I think that's referring to... I mean, I know it's referring to stuff that happens later in the game, but... I think I know what part of the game she's talking about. Again, it's kind of a ways ahead here, so... Anyway, this is Inkepi Battlezone. Welcome to Gonkra!
Welcome to Gonkra. The Zenkethi operating in multiple locations within the system. Command has identified 3 enemy operations within these areas. We need to regain control of each area. Review the briefings I have made for you to gain a better grasp of the challenges at hand.
Tug of war briefing.
The Zenkethi are gathering asteroids with unstable isotopes for use in constructing protomatter, or as weapons. We need to keep them from towing the asteroids to their launch coils. Defeat any active enemy units in the area, and keep the Zenkethi from pushing any more asteroids into the launch coils they've built. You will also want to send the asteroids on a collision course with the local sun to keep them out of Zenkethi hands. The Zenkethi operating in multiple locations within the system. The Zenkethi have set up several data arrays to aid their operations. We need to occupy those areas and deny the Zenkethi access to the arrays and the data inside them. Initially, you need to defeat the enemy forces near an array. After that, you need to take control of the area. If you are able to keep the Zenkethi from getting forces into the command area, you'll gain control over time. However, if they overwhelm you, they'll slowly take back control.
Don't let that happen.
When you defeat enemy ships, there may be a short window of opportunity to steal computer data from them before they go critical. This data will help with capturing the array. If you gain control of 70% or more of the array when time runs out, you will have captured the array. The Zenkethi operating in multiple locations within the system. The Zenkethi are attempting to transport protomatter bombs and other vital resources out of the system. We are setting up a warp field disruption blockade. We need to get that blockade fully activated in order to keep them from getting anything out of the system. Some of our blockade arrays in the system have been taken offline by Zinkethi forces. You'll need to defeat enemy units occupying the area and enable the blockade arrays. Once you've regained control of the arrays, the Zinkethi are bound to attack. Keep the enemy from disabling the arrays. If you are able to keep at least one blockade array enabled until time runs out, you will have secured the area. Allied forces will then move in and hold the blockade in place.
Okay.
The Zinkethi operating a
Alright, so that's basically what's going on here. It's a space battle zone. You fight Zinkethi. It's not a very popular battle zone. I think it's probably the least popular space one. It's just some of it is kind of a drag to get through out here. Like the asteroid one is kind of confusing to do, but you know, it's fair. Let me get my admiralty stuff here real quickly and just knock these ones out of the way if I don't do. Alright, that's fine. Anyway, this is what the zone looks like. You can see it doesn't really get filled out that often because not too many players spend a lot of time here. Myself included. I usually just come here to fulfill a endeavor quest of killing Zinkethi ships. You do get Lucari marks from doing this zone, but honestly I find it just easier to get Lucari marks by running random TFOs, so it's up to you if you want to stick around here and do stuff or not. So I usually don't spend too much time here. Anyway, that is Conqueror. Alright. Let's go. Oh, excuse me. Now that I did those, I kind of unlocked the ability to go to Defer and Conqueror now. Let's go back to the Dyson Sphere. Excuse me. And take care of this last thing here. See, we got me facing the wrong way. I came in. Thank you, game. Let's go check on our Vaadwaur friend, our friend, Vaadwaur friend.
Hello. Thank you for continuing to remind me that there are other sane minds out there. My concerns about the dangers of the Sphere's technology have fallen on deaf ears. In rebuttal, I'm fed propaganda about the Sphere's Voth origins and how easy my job should be. But how easy can a job be if I'm constantly being interrupted by alarms and avoiding catastrophes? In my lab, the Ministry of Elders and their Inquisitor lackeys have installed accomplices who are willing to answer yes when I say no. Advancement is their only goal, not reason, not discovery, and certainly not safety. Unfortunately, they are rarely up to the tasks for which they volunteer. But the problems may be bigger than incompetent lab techs. No one here wants to hear that we may not be capable of using this technology, or that the cost of trying could be the destruction of this entire sector of space. The builders of this sphere aren't here to tell us the results of their experiments, but I'm convinced that something did go terribly wrong. There is evidence of a celestial trauma that has significantly reduced the energy output from this installation's central star. Add to that the fact that the spires have been optimized for a different spectral band than the one that this star produces, and we're left with strong evidence of a large-scale industrial accident. Such an accident would explain why this place was abandoned. I've conducted a detailed scan of one of the spires and found trace amounts of tetryon particles. Any industrial accident large enough to leave these trace tetryon particles thousands of years afterwards would have permeated all organic life caught in the blast, with enough tetrionic energy to force any survivors to retreat to subspace. So, if the creators of this technology weren't savvy enough to prevent such a huge disaster, what chance do my people or yours have to do any better? I fear this technology. I fear it in not just the wrong hands, but in any hands. We need to work together to make sure no one tries to activate the sphere. Our lives may depend on it.
End of file.
Computer, record a new message. Hello, Neil. Got your latest message and agree. The mysteries of the Dyson Sphere deepen. Right, that's done. Let's get out of here. And while I'm in the Dyson Sphere, let me do yes, do officer assignments. Let's do some of the duty officer assignments here. Usually the ones inside the Dyson Sphere get you a little bit more commendation points than the ones outside. So while I'm here, let me just get a bunch of these going. I wish it wouldn't blank out like this, but no. Alright. Now we need to get back to the Delta Quadrant. Can't go that way. Alright. Now we can finally get on with the Delta Quadrant. Take care of all that minutia. So we got patrols. Enemies in all the usual places.
Not all the experiences of the U.S.S. Voyager crew in the Delta Quadrant were positive. Captain Janeway made some tough decisions to get her crew home. And more than one species felt like they'd had a run-in with a supernova after she'd been through their space.
Yeah.
These ill feelings have festered for decades, and they haven't aged well. We need to do what we can to assuage them.
Soothe them. The text and the voice actor are saying different things. And yes, accept. Alright, where are we going? Right here. The sorting system. Aftermath. Okay. What do we got going here? Assist survivors. Mass transport.
They're where we left them, but they have friends. Kill them!
Oh, we're fighting Voth. Okay. Didn't really give me a briefing, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Just kind of threw me in here. helping out collective.
Thank you for
Yes.
coming. Our situation is quite dire. Life support is failing ship-wide, and so is artificial gravity. We're unable to conduct repairs at this time. Can you provide assistance?
Let's get your life support fixed. With that done, your crew should be able to handle everything else.
Thank you. We'll make our way to a base to complete repairs.
Clean up this techno-organic trash. Fire.
Show up right in front of me. The ship's been inundated with radiogenic particles, possibly from passing too close to a dark matter cluster. It's overcharging the warp core and irradiating the crew. Modify a probe to generate a dampening field, or evacuate while there's a gap in the radiogenic phase variance. Okay.
The Borg has mounted resistance. How quaint.
Wait.
The price for an interference is your lives. Die.
Taking some explosion damage here.
Thank you for your timely assistance. The Cooperative appreciates your efforts. We can take charge of those you have rescued and transport them to friendly territory.
Acknowledged. We will rendezvous with you for transport. What is blue Borg cube?
Tracking a large force incoming.
I knew it.
Preparing to detonate.
How about that? Were it not for you and your crew, none of us would have survived.
Let us know if you hear rumors of any further BOP advances or attacks, please. We'll be sure to shoot them up. We'll shoot them up real good. Let's see, what should we get? What should I take? Yeah, take gamma rocks. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, so that was the only one I really technically have to do, but there are other patrols that should be done at this time because of the chronology. This area. So we got one in the Sakari system. Let's go to Sakari. I'm on the way. Let's do some of my mutations. Okay, Sakara system. Loading, 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 loading. We always like to loading. We always like to load. Load, load, load. Take your time. Loading, loading. Tomato. Captain, I think there's a priority distress call somewhere in this system. The signal is very weak, though. If we perform some scans, we should be able to triangulate the position of the distress call, narrowing down the search field. We need to find the source of the distress call. Again, music is sounding a little loud here. Tone it down a little bit. And narrow the search field down some. Coming in on the signal. It's weak, but we have a general location. Stranded freighter. It's a Telexian. Don't go past it. Thank you for responding to our signal. We're losing warp core containment, and it could go at any moment. We've lost almost all our systems, including the escape pods. Please, we need your help. Terrell, can you get a read on them? There's not enough time to facilitate repairs, but their crew is small, sir. We can transport them off their ship and onto ours with limited risk. Attention traders, prepare to be beamed aboard. My crew is my top priority, but our cargo, it's all we have left. If you could transport it on board your ship as well, we'll be able to sell it and replace our ship. Okay, I think we should have room for your cargo too. Put it in the shuttle bay. Clone cargo successfully being the door. Cool. Now what? Now an APU? Oh, yeah, it's an APU. Attention, Starship. Our scans show that your cargo hold contains the chronodynamic power modules that we have been sent to acquire. Chronodynamic power modules? What is the meaning of this? Let me explain. I am Captain Nex, a trader here in these parts. And these are our customers. We, acquired these power cores from a salvaging operation a few weeks back. We put them out on the market, and this group offered to pay whatever price we wanted. What are these modules to you? The modules are a facsimile of technology constructed previously by one known as Balana Torres. She, along with the automated personnel unit 3947, were able to solve our reproduction problems with a prototype of the module you now possess. A reproduction problem. Yes. Our race is entirely artificial. Without these modules, we are unable to create new automated personnel units to replace those that are lost. The modules in your cargo bay belong to us now. We will not ask for them a second time. I need to... And there comes the other APUs. The brown ones, or gold ones, you know. Our scans show that your cargo hold contains chronodynamic power modules that were manufactured by and belong to us. The Prelor units hold no authority here. Prepare to transport these modules to our ship. And who are you? We are automated personnel units of the Kravik race. You will not give the modules to the APUs of the Prelor race. You comms. Terrell, do you know what we're in the middle of? According to the records from the U.S.S. Voyager, these two android races are still fighting a war that was programmed into them by their masters, the Prelor and the Kravik. Both these races were wiped out by their APUs when they agreed to a ceasefire, and the APUs have continued fighting ever since. Lieutenant Torres did successfully create a way for them to reproduce, a violation of the Federation's Prime Directive. But in the end, she destroyed her prototype power core. He had hoped they would never be able to replicate the device. Apparently they have been able to do so. And bring them back on the screen, please. Time runs short. We will take the modules by force if we must. Is that a threat? We have a greater need for these modules than the Kravik units do. They will be handed over to us. Looks like we have a decision to make. Your order, sir? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Dang it. Okay, I'm back. Minor interruption. Okay. Alright, so what are we doing with these things? I could have Kravik, and they're the ones who manufactured them. We'll keep these cores for ourselves for now. We'll give these to the Prowler units, even though it looks like they had no intention of ever paying for them. Destroy the cores. Neo core side needs to make more soldiers for a pointless war. I think I agree with the last option. Both of these APUs are stupid. They just want to keep fighting, so it's like, just stop already. Destroy the cores. The other side needs to make more soldiers for a pointless war. In fact, if they just want to fight it out, they don't do any damage to each other. Because this is what they want to do. They want to fight each other. So why don't we just let them fight each other? Oh. Is the Kravik gonna lose, or the Prailer's gonna win? Oh wait, they're fighting me now. Dang it. I was gonna see who was gonna win. There are no winners, there are only losers. More hostile units on sensors. Good. Fuck those androids. They're lame and they're ugly. And they're stupid. You destroyed all the hostile ships, sir. I wouldn't want to see what those automated personal units could do if they had the capability to grow their numbers. And there are fewer numbers now, thanks to me. Agreed. Next says he and his crew will depart our ship at their earliest opportunity, Admiral. Reading the system on your orders. I think it's time to go. Alright. So next up is the Trachea system. Let's see where that is. Trachea, not... Yeah, Trachea, not Takara. Have you gotten bored of this music yet? Too bad. Not ending anytime soon. And here we are. So what do we got going on here? Readings confirmed, Admiral. There is a communications array in this system. We've been using the arrays in the Genolan and Solanae spheres for all of our subspace communications back home. Having another option in case those become inoperative would be very useful. Readings show that this is of a similar configuration to the Hirogen array that the U.S.S. Voyager found. We should approach with caution. Scan the area for ships. Wonder if there are any Hirogen out here. Probably. Faint warp signatures. Could this be background readings or possibly echoes of our own arrival here? Nothing definitive. No orders? Stay alert. We'll send an away team to the station, but I expect the owners could show up at any moment. Not that it makes any difference, or probably show up anyway. Either way. Hirogen convoy start our scans immediately. Alright. Researchers inbound our position. Attention, alien vessel. You are trespassing in Hirogen territory. Got a course out of the system immediately. I might give you a few seconds lead time before I begin my pursuit. Well, you attacked me, then let's the hunt begin. Didn't give me a chance to think about that. Any more on the way? Maybe they're on the way? Maybe the Hirogen are on the way. We don't know for certain if they are or not. To guess that maybe the mission has glitched out. Let's try that again. It probably glitched out because the Hirogen attacked me before I decided what to do. That'll be my guess. Let's get reasonable about this. We didn't know about this Hirogen territory. This one, the contact. contract your allies so you can bring more of your kind to infest our territory, scare our prey, interfere in our hunts? No. I know you have people in my array. They will watch as your ship is destroyed. Then you will take great pleasure in hunting them down one by one. They will make excellent trophies. You will, unfortunately, be in too many pieces to display properly. Shields up. Let her live. And they're not showing up again. Okay. I'm gonna assume this mission is bugged. So I'm just gonna skip this one. Let me give it a few more seconds here, see if they show up. And mission success, I declare we won. Cool. Alright, moving on. I declare myself the winner. Alright, so next one is the Shibuya system. Where is Shibuya? All the way down here. This is what astrometrics looks like, by the way. It just gives you a graph layout on the overworld. Yeah. I usually don't leave it on. I keep it off. This space looks better without it. Anyway, Shibuya system. What do we got going on here? Admiral, we are picking up a hail from a Hierarchy ship nearby. Its weapons are not armed and its shields are down. Orders? Plot a course for the vessel and open hailing frequencies. Hello, Aegis. I was hoping someone would happen by here. My crew and I are investigating a nearby asteroid. My home office has had several reports of Vaadwaur gathering in this region over the past several days. Our intelligence indicates that the Vaadwaur may be building a base in the asteroid field. Perhaps you'd do us a favor? What can we do? Excellent. I suggest scanning that asteroid for any signs of a Vaadwaur base or technology. We'll stay here and keep watch for Vaadwaur ships. If they appear, we'll do what we can to help. I'm sure you will. Understood. Setting course for the asteroid. Okay. Let's see what's so special about this asteroid. Four destroyed Benthan ships. Hiding behind the asteroid. Our ship just warped out of the system. Oh, cool. What's going on? Strike now! Good. More military ships on the way.
Target shields have failed.
Space magic. Not working too well. Captain, what are your orders? We have scanned the Benthan ships near the asteroids. They have been abandoned and stripped of parts. The Hierarchy ships will most likely be waiting to see if we were destroyed. Can we destroy one of these Benthan ships to trick the Hierarchy? Yes, I believe that would be possible, Admiral. We can scan the ships for a suitable one, and modify its warp core to explode with a resonance matching our own ship. Set a course for the asteroid and scan the ships. We'll set a little trap of our own. Time for payback. Time to salvage what there's still alive. No, they can't clear a lot. That's not fair. We're not up yet. Dang it, I didn't mean to skip the dialogue. I didn't even see what happened. For the Admiral Aegis soft below floor, we'll have to put into our strategy front. No, don't worry, we're not going to waste time waiting on you. Holding the claws are never lost in our profit. Can't run out of a trip we've lost. What? One of our squadron feels they can still seek out profit in this price. Join them. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're fighting a rogue squad. I'm going to explain this to the Home Office. Captain, Vaadwaur ships leave a distinct warp signature that our sensors can detect, but there's no sign of it here. QRK has been using the Vaadwaur threat to their own advantage. Maybe they'll see the error of their ways before it's too late. Are you ready to leave, sir? Yeah, I'm ready to leave. Alright, so that's it for the first part of patrols. So now we can actually get to do a story segment tonight. Yeah, let's do a story segment. All bad glitters. We got a checkpoint weekend coming up. Alright.
The doctor is asking for assistance with a situation in the Shenda system. I'd like you to lend a hand.
Okay.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
The Shenda system. Alright, let's go to the Shenda system. And we will transwarp. Raid! Did I just go past it? I did. Dang it. Turn the ship around. We have arrived in the Shenda system, Captain. The distress signal is coming from the transport dead ahead. We've received no response to our hails. I'll keep trying, but perhaps our guest knows more. The emergency medical hologram known as the Doctor is in a nearby shuttle and waiting our hail. Take us to the Doctor's shuttle. The Doctor. The Doctor is in.
Pleased to meet you. I scanned your service record before your arrival. You've been in quite a few battles, haven't you? Ever stop to think about the strain you're putting on your medical crew before you charge into combat? Of course you don't. No captain ever does.
I think Dr. Jax can handle it. Nice to meet you, Doctor. Nice to meet you too, Doctor.
We've been hailing this Ocampan freighter for some time, but we're not getting a response, and our sensors cannot penetrate their shields. Their initial distress signals indicated that they were suffering from Paraniste measles. I can treat it easily, if I can get onto the ship. Now that your ship is here, it should be trivial to board the vessel and assess the situation. Transport me aboard your vessel, and then my shuttle can return to Voyager.
Okay. Prepare for transport.
Excellent. Your ship has more powerful sensors than my shuttle.
What? Vaadwaur ship's inbound. Stupid construction anchors. Come on, kill those beacons. More Vaadwaur.
Hold your fire. I am Gaul, leader of the Vaadwaur.
Okay.
Greetings. I am Gaul, leader of the Vaadwaur supremacy. I apologize for the overzealousness of my soldiers. This action was not authorized.
Sure. I am Admiral Maven, the Aegis.
I'm pleased to finally meet you. It appears your presence here in the Delta Quadrant has inadvertently caused some conflict between us. I would rather avoid any more unpleasantness. Would you be willing to meet with me face to face?
Yes. But I found such talks are best on neutral grounds.
That is understandable. Do you have a location in mind? There are not many areas of the Delta Quadrant where my people are not reviled.
I might know a place. I'll be back with you in a moment. Hail Neelix.
Oh, what a wonderful surprise! Is there anything I can do for you?
Neelix, we need a neutral place for a diplomatic negotiation with the Vaadwaur. And I was wondering if you could help.
Diplomatic negotiations? I am Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. I would be more than happy to offer my services as mediator. As for the location, Dexa and most of our people are on New Talax now, but we still have the asteroid base in the Intaba system. It's mostly empty now, just a few cleanup crews, and the Kazon have been leaving it alone. It would be perfect.
The asteroid base sounds perfect. A diplomat... That's too negative here. Thank you, your assistance is greatly appreciated. I'm sure everything will be okay with Neelix being involved.
Well, did you find a suitable location for our meeting?
There's an asteroid base in the Intaba system that the Talaxians have been using.
Talaxians? Are there still Talaxian communities? How odd. This site is agreeable. Send my ship the coordinates and I will meet you there.
Right. Coordinates sent. We'll talk there.
I'm contacting the closest megabase. They can investigate this further while we meet with Gaul.
Right. Excellent idea, Doctor. You can set course for the Intaba system as soon as you're ready, sir. Yes, I'm ready. Warp us. Warp me. Warp power, go. FTL, go. Something. Sir, we have arrived in the Intaba system. Gaul's ship is already here, and he has transported down to the base. No, let's not keep him waiting.
Imagine using a medical emergency as a trap. The Vaadwaur had no shame.
Yeah, it was a trap.
I don't trust Gaul. He betrayed us on Vaadwaur Prime. He'll do it again.
Yeah, it was kind of an underhand way to get our attention.
It's good to see you again so soon. If I might make a suggestion, I would recommend only bringing 2 crew members with your away team. Gaul brought 4 aides. You'll have the doctor and myself, and bringing more of your crew down might look like you're trying to get an advantage on him. Gaul seems very touchy. Proper protocol will be important. Are you ready to beam down?
Yes. Okay, well, we'll bring Flores, and we'll bring Tyrell. That's fine. Flores and Tyrell will be good.
It's so good to see... Doctor, it's been 30 years! You haven't aged a day!
Yes. It's good to see you too, Neelix.
We have a bit of time before we'll begin. We're giving the Vaadwaur a fine Talaxian feast to help ease the tension. Doctor, you must tell me all you've been up to.
Oh, Neelix, I couldn't. Not with the Vaadwaur here. But I suppose it is important that you hear about my many achievements since our last meeting. And my brilliant research was able to prove conclusively...
Boring.
Thus I began my grand adventure into the challenge of writing Klingon opera.
Oh, well, Brax and I agreed to never mention the incident
Come on,
again.
Tyrell, laugh at my jokes.
At least not to Dexa.
Neelix, the Vaadwaur have finished the appetizers and are waiting for you.
Oh, well, we had better get going. We can talk more later.
Yes, we can talk more later.
Do you remember Chef Jolax from the last time you were here? He's the one that has been serving the Vaadwaur their fabulous appetizers. Full bellies make for good conversation, I always say. He told me that Gaul is a little grumpy, but I'm sure you can handle him. Gaul is in the command room now, waiting for us. Jolax should be back soon to take everyone's orders for the main course.
All right. Thank you, Neelix. Let's go speak with Gaul. Very quickly. I run so fast that Neelix has to teleport to me. And so does the doctor has to teleport as well. Oh, by the way, I got some new kit modules. I have a neutronic grenade. I have chronoton micro torpedoes. I have a coordinated synergies. And I think that's it. Yeah. I just thought I'd show you that I have those things now. That's all from our reputation kits.
Ah, at last. I must say your Talaxian friends are quite hospitable. But down to business. Our meeting is long overdue.
Indeed. It's time to settle our differences.
As do I. My people are damaged, in crisis. We are already at war with the Kabali, and with you, giving your alliance's support for them.
Then let us try to find an accord that benefits us both.
Do you know why we fight the Kabali? Their world was once a Vaadwaur colony, one of our largest. And there is still a large cache of stasis tubes on the planet. Those are my brothers and sisters being held hostage. The Kabali are stealing them, taking their very identities and transforming them.
They won't return the remaining tubes?
The Kabali would rather watch us die and use our corpses as fuel for their unnatural corruption. Is it wrong to fight against your own extinction? Don't we have a right to survive as well?
There must be a way we can end this peacefully. This war will scar the Quadrant for decades to come.
There can be no peace. Not after what they've done. Are you suggesting we are weak? That we should just lay down and die for them? No, we will not.
No, but destroying the Kabali isn't right, either. There are greater threats in the galaxy we must face. Like the Iconians. I don't think you really care about that or know about, do you? Wink, wink.
Do not try to pacify me. We will have our retribution. You have my offer. Abandon your alliance with the Kobali and support us, and we will be your strongest ally in the Quadrant.
I'm not here to start a war with the Kobali.
Peace. You know nothing of what it means to be Vaadwaur. You need to understand.
What do you mean by that?
The Vaadwaur have endured too much to make peace. Do you expect us to forget the destruction of our cities? The massacres of our people?
The food's almost ready. What would you all like for your main course?
You need to understand even the smallest fraction of our anger.
Yep, he just did that.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
Does that make you angry, Talaxian?
No. It makes me sad. For Jolex. And for you.
Because now you're gonna have to die.
Then we are not done.
Oh, you're running away.
What the? Huh? Oh no.
Murder. Somebody's getting murdered. Who knows? Admiral, the entire Vaadwaur fleet is opening fire on the remaining Talaxian ships. We sent out distress signals to every ship in range. We'll do what we can to protect the Talaxians, but we can't hold out against this many ships. What happened? Explain the situation to Kolos. That's horrible. Do you think Gaul had any intention of negotiating in good faith? Or was this all an act? We're giving the Talaxians all the time we can to escape, but it's not looking good up here, sir. Some of the Vaadwaur have already broken off to pursue them. Orders? I need a scan of the base. Are there any Talaxians left alive here? Scans show 2 large groups of Talaxians in a storage room and a logistics area, sir. They have the doors blocked, but there are Vaadwaur trying to get in at both locations. It doesn't look good, Captain. I'm afraid you'll only have time to rescue 1 group. Good luck, sir. I don't envy you. Do your best to save the Talaxians, no matter what. Starfleet will not let more innocents die today.
Time only to save 1 group? I do not envy your choice. I would go with you, but I cannot leave Neelix alone. And time is of the essence. I'm afraid you'll have to go on without us.
Very well. Make sure to get Neelix.
No, I'm going. I can't sit by and let the Vaadwaur kill my friends. I won't be a burden. I promise. I have to do this.
Well, alright. Stay close to me, Neelix, and I'll ensure your safety. Let's go, do what we can here.
Choose who to save.
I don't know. We just pick a door. Yeah, the game forces you to choose. You can't make your choice.
We've saved the hostages, but they may be safer here.
Tell hostages to stay until base is clear.
What about the people in the storage room?
Well, I guess we can go find out. Try to keep up with me.
should check to see if any of the Talaxians survived.
I think they're all dead, Jim.
Doctor, you have to save them. These are my friends.
They are beyond my help now, Neelix. I'm sorry.
Well, it's time
Then
for vengeance.
we can still save the others. We have to get to the shuttle in the cargo bay.
Alright, let's go.
I've sent a signal to the remaining Talaxians to join us here as soon as possible. More Vaadwaur on the way! Defend the shuttle!
More?
More on the way. If I weren't a hologram, I'd be worried.
They can still shoot. A lucky shot can still hit your holographic thing and then you'll be kaput permanently, Doctor.
A large number of Vaadwaur are closing in. I'm afraid they may be too much for you to handle.
As long as my security team sticks around.
The
They'll stick
Terrari
around,
are
right?
here to assist.
What?
After this, our debt to you is repaid.
Oh, we got Terrari reinforcements. Okay, cool.
That's timely. Here come the Vaadwaur.
The Vaadwaur have been repelled. I would have words with you before you continue.
Let me grab loot. Vendor trash. Lovely, lovely vendor trash.
Our help does not mean we are now allies. We are repaying a debt. Our ships are currently engaging the Vaadwaur fleet. It is unsafe for this shuttle to launch until they are defeated. We will return to our ships. I suggest you do the same. We will provide cover for your ship so it may drop shields to transport you.
We appreciate the help, Commander. The Aegis is ready to transport us, Admiral. Are you ready? Yes, let's go. Well, Gaul has proven himself to be a very, very big asshole, deserving of getting his ass kicked and beaten. So, looks like that's what we're going to have to do now. I didn't come here to negotiate for peace. I came here to commit murder and display my vengeance for Flights proceed.
I knew this meeting was a farce. The word Vaadwaur means fool in ancient Talaxian. Did you know that? You thought me a fool who would swallow your insults without comment. A fool who would blunder into the trap you set with the Touré. I am not.
You're the one who did this, Gaul, not me.
This has destroyed any chance of an accord between us. How disappointing. I had thought you would be a valuable ally. Now you are just another victim.
We did everything we could to make peace with you, Gaul. You're the one who destroyed it.
Voyager is here. We will not allow the Vaadwaur to escape.
Yeah. Fuck you, Vaadwaur.
You came to our aid when the Vaadwaur attacked our homeworld. Now we have come to assist you. This discharges our obligation.
Thank you for your assistance. Perhaps we can be allies someday.
How could they do something so horrible? We're no threat to them. We've done nothing but welcome them. And he killed my friends just to make a statement. I don't understand how anyone would be so callous.
I am so sorry, Neelix.
I don't blame you. I agreed to let the Vaadwaur come here. I put my people in danger. This is my responsibility. I just never conceived that even the Vaadwaur could be so treacherous. They double-crossed us on Voyager and tried to take the ship, but slaughtering innocent people. My time on Voyager changed me. I saw the best that people could be. I forgot, or wanted to forget, how evil they could be.
Neelix, I promise you that Gaul will face justice for what he's done.
With your permission, I'll lead the survivors back to New Talax. Then we can return with a security force to collect the dead.
Farewell, Neelix.
I've been in contact with the U.S.S. Blackwell. They boarded the freighter in the Shenda system, but it was empty. It was all a ruse by the Vaadwaur to lure us into that system. Everything was part of this play Gaul wanted to perform, from the initial distress call to his intervention and offer to negotiate. And then, he used a massacre to set his stage. That's the kind of man he is, and unless he's stopped, the entire quadrant may fall.
Let's hope it does not come to that, Doctor.
Gaul has shown his true nature. I expected he was not dealing in good faith. But nevertheless, we had to make an attempt to find a peaceful solution to our problems with the Vaadwaur. Now the war will continue. I grieve for all who have been lost, and for those who will fall before this conflict ends.
We had to try, Admiral.
Senseless, meaningless death. I'll never understand. I hope Neelix and his people will be able to find some peace, and that Gaul will answer for his crimes. And I hope our paths cross again, perhaps under better circumstances next time. With your permission, I'll return to Voyager.
Permission granted. Farewell, Doctor. It has been an honor. The Talaxian base is safe for now, and the surviving Talaxians are making their way to New Talax. Shall we depart? Sure, let's depart. Yes, we have proven that Gaul is a very big asshole. Not to be trusted. At all.
Gaul betrayed my trust years ago when we first encountered the Vaadwaur. Time hasn't made him any less treacherous or dangerous. He's a warmonger and must be stopped.
I agree. I'm gonna get my EMH Mark 1 duty officer. And a bear kit. Okay.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Tactical lunge. Yeah, I don't care for lunge. Ugh, I want to lunge. Hit performance, personal shields, endurance training. Is that any better than what I have? That's like the same thing I already have. Yeah. Okay, that's the same thing I have already, so... Okay, so didn't really gain anything from that. Alright, so now, guess what? It's time for more patrols, and according to the wiki guide, there's a whole bunch of patrols we have to do now. So let's see if we can get them all done here. The Vaadwaur have increased their efforts to control the Delta Quadrant. We're going to have to work fast if we want to keep them in check. We've marked several systems that have had particularly high activities in them of late. We need you to patrol those systems and give aid to whomever you find. Hopefully, we can gain more allies and find out exactly what the Vaadwaur are planning. Alright, so we got a couple choices here, Namphinia and Nular. Let's just do Namphinia because it's like right nearby here. You will never stop hearing this music. Never, ever, ever, ever.
It is good to see you, but I do not believe we require assistance. Our sensors have detected several containers of restricted substances on this vessel. My agents will board the ship, confiscate the contraband, and detain any involved parties. The case is clear, and the matter is settled.
Understood. The Aegis will make...
Oh, please, you have to help me. I was framed. I bought these goods from a Ferengi merchant. Quinn was his name. He gave me a great price. I'll gladly hand the items over. Just don't arrest me. I'm begging you.
Oh, the Malon again. Scanners indicate that there are Hazari ships inbound with weapons armed. Okay. You're just really making this interesting. Yellow alert.
Stay out of our way! We're here for the goods on that ship. Our contract doesn't prohibit the use of violence, so give us the containers and everyone lives to see tomorrow.
Open a channel to the Benthans. Perhaps we can work something out.
You are hereby deputized to assist the Benthan Authority with this issue. You will help us to bring these criminals to justice. Arm your weapons and commence your attack.
Deputized again. The Hazari are claiming they have a contract to obtain the cargo.
The Hazari claims on the contraband are irrelevant. The laws on trafficking in this sector of space are clear.
They are fortunate we did not find them in possession of the cargo already. Wishing to possess contraband isn't a crime. The Hazari are free to go, but if they interfere in our lawful duties, we are authorized to respond with appropriate force.
Let's try the peaceful option, maybe? Even though I doubt this is gonna work. Captain Lyric has done nothing wrong. We can work this out peacefully.
The law is the law. The captain, whether he wants to admit it or not, is part of the black market trade and trying to hide his guilt. The Hazari are nothing more than galactic bounty hunters. They must be stopped for civilization to lawfully continue. We will not ask you again. Arm your weapons and aid us, or join them when we pass judgment.
That sounds like a threat. But yeah, you need diplomacy. Arresting the captain won't stop the Ferengi criminal, yeah. Don't have diplomacy. You need maximum diplomacy rank. I guess to get the peaceful option here. That sucks, but you know what? You kind of threatened me by saying like, oh, I'm not going to help you, so you're going to try to attack me instead. Yeah, fuck that. We will not help you against the Hazari.
I see. You've chosen to stand at the side of criminals, and will be dealt with accordingly.
You tried to threaten me with your deputization and telling me to shoot somebody who I didn't want to shoot, so... Fine. You're gonna have to fight me then. How powerful is the infamous? Alright, are we cool? Please go to and bird reward. A little bit too much here.
Integrity below 75%.
Yes, I know. Alright, are we cool? Everybody cool? Oh, more? Really? You're gonna make me fight all the Benthans in the quadrant. Because I didn't want to be a pushover. The law will be defended at all costs. Law, I am the law. Pushing me out of the beam. Is that it? Do we defeat every Benthin ship in the quadrant?
Surprised you lent us a hand, but when it comes to dealing with Benthans, I'll take any help I can get. So, you have my thanks, but not my credits. I don't like you that much. Now, if you don't mind, we'll be on our way once the cargo transport is complete.
Understood. Open a channel to the mail and vessel.
Well, one thing's for certain. I will never deal with a Ferengi again. No prophet is worth the risk of winding up in a Benthan prison. Speaking of Benthans, I'm leaving before they repair their ships. I'd do the same if I were you. Hey, thanks. You really did me a solid there.
You're welcome, garbage collector.
The Benthan Authority will not forget this transgression. I will note your restraint in my report, but also the deviations from the law that your actions made possible. Do not think that you can come into our home, ignore our laws, and avoid the consequences. This is your first and only warning.
I will do what I think is right. Perhaps you should do the same.
The law determines what is right. I believed your people followed a similar tradition. Perhaps I was mistaken. A warning, then. Respect the law. Doing otherwise would be unwise.
Understood, Captain. Aegis out. These people are all about I am the law. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take more gamma marks. 15, yeah, I'm not really getting too much out of that, am I? Poultry rewards here. For defeating all those Benthan ships. Now, if you went into that with an underpowered ship, you probably would have got your ass blasted. Because even I was struggling with that. That for a bit. And how many Benthan ships did I take on? Like 50? No, I don't think it was 50. It was probably more like 30 Benthan ships. Still, it was a lot. That was a lot of Benthan ships. Alright. Next patrol. This one is down this way. Alright, so we got 3 of them we gotta do. Then we gotta do all the other ones. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bitter trash is all you get. On dark.
Good to see you. Let's get to work. The Malon once used this system as a dump site. However, the radiation levels have been dropping. We investigated and found that the Vaadwaur had chased the Malon away. Our intelligence indicates the Vaadwaur are expecting us to deploy surveillance beacons into the area, which is why we have done just that.
Okay, go on.
We've learned they plan to ambush us when we retrieve the data from the beacons. When that happens, they'll go from hunter to prey. The beacons are now, in essence, Vaadwaur bait.
Okay, what's your plan?
We will counterattack the Vaadwaur, disable one of their ships, and recover the intel data from their systems. We will then analyze the data to determine their recent movements and objectives.
What are you looking for?
We want to locate one of their main bases. So far, we've had little luck in finding where they hole up when they're not on the attack. This should change that. Time's a factor here. Let's get to work and scan the beacons. We wouldn't want to disappoint the Vaadwaur, now would we?
Okay. Helm, set a course for the first beacon.
Coming here was foolish. Now suffer the fate of all fools.
Vaadwaur paranoia. We should expect heightened resistance as we move forward.
You just found what you needed?
Initial analysis of the data we acquired from them isn't turning up much. I'm afraid we caught a small fish this time. Let's continue, shall we? I look forward to seeing what swims up to nibble at our bait next time.
Indeed. Helm, take us to the next beacon.
You're not leaving here alive.
Are you sure? Nagged it.
Another successful day at the pond. Let's see what secrets our latest catch has to share with us.
Standing by. And they're still taking damage.
Ah, our fish has swum through many waters indeed. I think we have something here. The ship's been to a couple of systems often. One system comes up more than the other. That's probably where their base is, but we need to be sure. I'm afraid we need to do some more fishing.
Understood. Let's head to the next beacon. Fishing. Fishing minigame. Star Trek style.
Fire at will! Destroy the intruders!
It appears the Vaadwaur aren't amused by our angling efforts. We may be wearing out our welcome here.
Did you find what you needed?
I'm afraid not. This vessel was assigned a patrol in another sector, and came in response to a distress beacon from earlier. It hasn't been to either of the systems we're looking at as a potential base location. It's risky, but I'm willing to cast my line one more time. Will you join me?
I think it's worth the risk. Let's go to the final beacon. One more time.
There's no time for formalities. A large Vaadwaur strike force is en route to this position at high warp. I doubt they're coming to exchange pleasantries.
Oh, hello, Commander Sherlock. Ah, nice to meet you. Do you remember me? Yes, Commander, we're expecting him.
Expecting? We'll continue this conversation soon. For the moment, I
Oh,
suggest you
will we?
prepare for the fight of your life.
Acknowledged, Commander. Aegis out.
Your time has passed. The Delta Quadrant is out.
Vaadwaur.
Aim your phasers.
Let's discuss what's going on here. Judging by the company you're keeping, I guess it involves some unorthodox operations. What mischief has Sub-Commander Sahen dragged you into? And how can I extract you from it?
We were looking for...
Ah, Commander Jirok. So glad you could join our little fishing trip today. Our mischief is an operation aimed at discovering the location of a hidden Vaadwaur base. We were hoping to glean that data from one of the Vaadwaur ships we lured here. But, as you can see, they were quite indisposed. Permanently so, in point of fact.
We've narrowed our search down to 2 systems.
I see. Vaadwaur activity in this region is a growing concern. Finding this base is a worthy objective. How can I be of assistance?
You could join us. Join the search. Investigate one of the locations we discovered.
Very well. We'll set course for the first location on your list.
Oh, good hunting, Commander. And maybe I'll see you again.
Don't mind Commander Jirok.
Sometime.
She and I have a personal disagreement from another lifetime. Not the cleanest ending to this operation, but Jirok can see what the Vaadwaur are up to in one system, while I take a look at the other.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's take temporal marks. Seems like one of you will find something.
Yes. Well, between us, I hope she finds nothing but an old, toothless Vaadwaur merchant selling fat tribbles and fake Tranya.
Best of luck with that.
I'll take all the luck I can get. Comes in handy in my line of work. Thanks again for your help. Perhaps you and I can go fishing again sometime. Until then, may the elements watch over you.
Maybe? Okay. I think we'll just warp out. Interesting patrol mission. Alright, we got one more we gotta do here. The Brofra system. Let's go. You know, we may have to do these other patrols next time, because I'm probably not going to have time to do the rest of these. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more patrols after this I'd have to do, so... I don't know if I can do them all tonight. Vendor trap. Loading. Loading.
I'm Logan Curtis of the Borg Cooperative. My vessel has taken heavy damage in battle, and several critical systems are on the verge of failure. Any assistance you can provide will be greatly appreciated. I realize you may not have reason to trust us, but I assure you, we are not your enemy. Assimilation is not our goal.
Now, plot a course for the cooperative ship. He has a modern Starfleet uniform too, by the way, so it means he was assimilated recently.
Thank you for the aid. The Cooperative has tried to seek peace with Species 6339, but to no effect. They do not see that although we are Borg, we are free of the Collective's influence, and wish no harm to others.
What happened here?
Species 6339 ambushed us in this system. My vessel was equipped to deal with such a threat, but then the Vaadwaur happened upon our conflict, and the Vaadwaur see everyone as a target. They open fire on all of us. Now there are damaged ships on both sides. We would aid Species 6339 and show them we are not their enemy, but we will need your help.
You'll have it. Aegis out.
We shall follow your lead.
If not, we'll just blow him out of the stars.
Stay away from us.
Oh, this is
I
Otani.
want nothing to do with Borg collaborators. If you want to help, destroy those drones. If you're not willing to do that, then go and leave us in peace. We will do what must be done.
The Cooperative are here to help. They wish to negotiate a truce.
Peace? Our species was nearly wiped out by the Borg, and now they seek peace? There is no peace with a drone. The will of the Collective remains in all of them, even if they claim to be free of it. Destroy them, and then we will talk to you about peace.
No. That's not going to happen. They're interested in peace between all parties here.
Incoming Vaadwaur!
Ah, and here they come. Welcome to Vaadwaur. You get the answers kept. Lost the Delta Quadrant.
Vaadwaur, reporting to our location.
Yeah. That's what we do. We're Starfleet.
You and the Cooperative helped us? Perhaps we were wrong. If the Cooperative is willing to fight against such odds. The Borg brought my people to the brink of extinction. Now the Vaadwaur are determined to finish us. If the Cooperative wants to unite against them, then our survival is more important than the past.
I'm glad we have come to an agreement. What else do you need from us?
We will require your assistance to recover our other ships in the area. Then we can make a stand against the Vaadwaur.
We'll do what we can. So will the Cooperative.
We shall follow you to recover our allies. expected aid. Thank you for your assistance. We need to recover one more ship. It should be close.
I see it.
It's a trap. The Vaadwaur will be here at any moment. You must retreat.
I thought we're working
Cooperative
together.
will not leave you defenseless.
Damn it. That's what fucking happens. The constriction anchor gets me trapped and I can't move. And you have no time to get out of it, because you're stuck. So yeah. The Vaadwaur have their techniques, and it is kind of bullshit. And where am I? I'm like way out of the way here.
Only a few more left. Let's finish this.
killed enough Vaadwaur for tonight?
Thank you for your assistance. It will take some work, but my people must see that these Borg were victims of the Collective, just as we were. If we hope to have any chance of rebuilding the Octanti civilization, we will need allies. And those alliances can only flourish once the Vaadwaur are defeated.
Starfleet and the Cooperative will be ready to help.
I believe we have taken an important step toward a truce with Species 6-3... with the Octanti. I think we have more in common than we realize. I'm not reading any Vaadwaur craft on sensors. We'll handle things from here. Thank you once again for your assistance. The Cooperative will remember your goodwill, and I suspect the Octanti will as well.
Alright. Let's get out of here. We committed our good deed for tonight. I say multiple good deeds. Multiple. And we've been leveling up the ship trait as well, and we maxed out. Awesome. Means we have emergency weapon cycle now. Still don't have a level up though. I mean, another skill point up. Da, 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 da. Okay, I have a little bit of time. Might be able to do one more here. Let's see. Orendau system. So, of course, with the Orendau system. And what kind of lovely vendor trash do we have to get rid of now? Not a whole lot. It's a PAX field generator. I think the Bellum's field generators, so yeah, that's 20. Yeah, if I get like a purple one of these, I can swap it out this one here, but I'm gonna wait till I get a purple one. Let's see, am I where I'm supposed to be? Window system, okay, here. I mean, Orendau system. Let's see what's going on here. I feel like we're doing a bunch of side quests. We're doing side quests tonight. Side quest after side quest after side quest. That's what patrols are, they're side quests. The nice thing is, we'll get through this, and then next time, well, next time we're going to do the Kobali stuff, which I would like to do all in one stream. So I want to try to get as much done tonight. And I know the Kobali thing is going to take a while too. Talk about that when we get there. Admiral, we have an incoming message from a Benthin ship in the system. On screen. Don't deputize me again. Thank you for responding to our signal, Admiral. We were part of a larger strike team sent to destroy this facility. Unfortunately, our team was attacked en route, and we were the only ship to make it here in one piece. There's no way we can take out that facility with a single ship. Can you help us complete our mission? Seems odd. Why are you targeting this facility? The automated facility is manufacturing dangerous weapons being used against other races in this area of space. It needs to be destroyed before it can bring them online. We'll see to the facility then. Sir, I have a bad feeling about this. There are 3 satellites near the facility. I recommend we scan them and see if this story is as simple as the Binfin captain claims it is. Okay. Set course for satellites. Is he a corrupt Binfin who doesn't obey the law? Didn't mess about the satellite. Okay. Put the other one here. Data is inconclusive. Another one. Sorry, I'm getting readings from the satellite. This is an Alliance facility. Oh ho ho ho. Ah, too bad you unclear with our ruse. Obviously, they're just financial models here. It's very profit if you was good instead. Ah, the hierarchy. Nothing to do when they call us, it was cooperator dog. I see. Those darn hierarchy. Potato heads. More. Mr. Potato Head. He's a sneaky one. Black Potato Head. Nothing. Leave it to you to screw up a perfectly profitable enterprise. The hierarchy ran the numbers on this raid, and it was clearly not fiscally worth the effort on our own. It was more cost-effective to entice our mutual friends, the Binfins, to go offer the job to you. All you need to do was destroy the base, and we'd meet the bottom line. Now I'll need to recalculate our forecast for the next quarter. Looks like you underestimated us. Our return investment in this operation is completely outside of our projections. If you don't mind, we'll be leaving now, before we suffer any more losses we can't afford. Should I try to arrest him or tell him to leave? I guess we can try to take him in. Stand down. You're under arrest by order of the Federation. I see you underestimate the hierarchy, Admiral. Your death will be swift. Perhaps there will be enough left in the wreckage to salvage some profit out of this mess. You can try. He chose death. No more hostile contacts on sensors, sir. The Benfen has left the system. Their captain wishes to speak with us via subspace. Your orders? On screen. My sincere apology, Admiral. The hierarchy infiltrated our ship and threatened to cause a core breach if we did not comply with their demands. We had no way to stop their reaction, and they would know if we tried to tamper with their device. Fortunately, they were distracted fighting you, and we were able to disconnect the device from our systems. It was a very close call. For the sake of my crew, I decided a hasty retreat was in order. I know our apology isn't much, but it's all we can offer. Hopefully the hierarchy will abandon extortion, if for no other reason than it's becoming financially unfeasible for them. Agreed. Again, our apologies for bringing you into this, and our thanks for allowing us to escape. You're welcome. No more hostile contacts on sensors, sir. You can set a new course on your orders. Let's get out of here. Pesky hierarchy. Pesky potato heads. Alright. We can do our rain system. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can before 3 hours hits here. I'll go to the Parveen system. Where's Parveen? Okay, it's way up there. Let's transport. Speed things up a little bit here. May have time to do one more. I like how Dyson Sphere just kind of pops up for a moment, lights up, and then it's like, oh, you can see it now. Then no, it's just dark again. Alright, what's going on here? Captain, we're receiving a distress call from a cooperative vessel. Do you want me to put it on screen? Open a channel. Aegis, we are on a mission of freedom. Our interest is only in liberating the Borg on this damaged cube. We have sought no quarrel with anyone, but are now being accosted by the Alconte. Borg designation, species 6339. We request assistance. We are liberated and pose no harm to you. We only wish to... Hold on. We are receiving a hail from an Alconte ship. The Borg have destroyed my people, and they will do the same to you. It would be best if you stayed out of the way, and let us deal with these monsters. These are not the Borg you know. They're free from the collective. Sir, the Alconte have ended the transmission and are blocking all cooperative comm frequencies. What do we do? I already know about the Oconte because we met them last time. Raise shield and disable all cooperative and Oconte ships. There's no need for anyone to die today. So we're gonna fight everyone. We're defending these monsters because you keep attacking them. Yep, this is what we do in Starfleet. We just fight everyone. Go. What a mess. All combatants have been disabled, Captain. Your orders? There are chances they'll be more willing to talk now. Help them. How dare you interfere? This isn't even your quadrant of space. If you're going to shoot anyone, destroy the Borg. They're a plague. These Borg are no longer part of the collective. They are victims, too. That isn't of any comfort to the families of the dead, or to the species they've eradicated. Vengeance for your families is a noble goal, but the collective is your real enemy. We are not the collective. We do not seek your assimilation. We are here to liberate more drones from the Borg. So you can add more drones to your collective consciousness. So you can work together in peace and harmony. How long will it be before you decide we all need to be part of your peace? No, we will fight you until our last breath. The Cooperative isn't trying to start a rival collective. Their goals are different. I will hear none of your excuses, Borg sympathizer. We have already sent out word to others of our people. They will destroy you and the Borg menace if you do not leave the system this instant. Man, these guys. If you seek battle, you would be better served by targeting the collective, rather than someone you cannot hope to defeat. Me. We will resist our annihilation. Be warned, additional forces are en route to the system. It will be best if you leave the system and allow us to repair and continue our rescue operations. They cut the connection, sir. Do you think his warning was for us or the Alcante? At this point, I'm not sure it matters. Can we hail any of them? None of the ships are answering our hails, Captain. They don't seem to want to talk. Long-range sensors indicate there are additional Cooperative and Okanti ships headed for the location at high warp. They'll be here momentarily. Orders? Red alert. No one has to die here today. I guess. How about you fight each other first? Who will survive? One Okanti ship versus 3 Borg? Damn you. I want to fight. They deserve death. Are we cool? Is everybody cool? You are a fool. These Borg will turn on you in time. They always do. We are taking our wounded and going, but the war against the Borg is not at an end. They are more than just Borg. They are free. We are grateful you stepped in, thank you, and kicked our asses. While the collective believes that each individual's life is meaningless compared to the whole, we see the value in even a single life. Nope, good luck. So look, fixing all of your ships that I just wrecked. I'm glad we were able to drive the Okanti and the Cooperative away without further bloodshed. I understand the Okanti have suffered greatly at the hands of the Borg. But more violence will not bring back their dead. You're ready to leave whenever you are, sir. That is correct, Tyrell. Only I can be the arbiter of violence in this sector of space. Because I am the law. Alright. I think that's probably going to be enough. I'm at 3 hours now, so I'm going to cut this off so I can take care of my other daily stuff on my characters real quick and get to bed here. So we did those two. There's maybe like 3 patrols we'll have to do next time. Napiria. Which one did I do? Oh, this is Parian. Okay. So Napiria, Kindren, and the Gira systems next, and I guess we'll start the Kobali front next time. I would like to try and do it all in one sitting, but I make no promises on that. Anyway, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.